Hello crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I am here with the just absolutely beautiful Bayfair Collection. This is a new paper collection designed by Rosie Studios, available at Spellbinders, and it gets better. This thing has card making kit, scrapbooking kit. You can even buy the individual 6x6 paper pad and a 12x12, which are single-sided sheets too. Love that. Also, 3 new die sets. There is a fabulous floral die set. Oodles and oodles of new flowers. So this is a fun one to add to your stash. There is a new set of postage dies, and I'll go into more detail in the video because it is a little bit different than postage edge rectangles, okay? There is a little number die set, like if you live in the UK and you've been wanting to put things with a pound or a euro sign on it, now Spellbinders has a fabulous die set to do just that. Just fabulous. So let's get into Bayfair goodies. If you saw my last video, which was the Spotlight Frames and Florals collection by Lisa Horton, I will link it here. That's another fabulous collection as well. Also, Kit Club just started. I would call this month Tropical Dreams. It's just so fabulous too. It can play very well with last month's Kit Club. Let me give you a sneak peek. So here is a Card Crafters 5x7. This is the large die of the month. Matching my shirt, actually. Same colorway. So I'm in the teals and turquoise. Last month it was hot, hot, hot with the tropical birds, the flamingos. This month it's like more added fun for your summer crafting, vacation crafting, cruise crafting. Loving it. Okay, crafters, let's get into all this Bayfair goodness. Let's get started. So I have everything here. It looks messy because to make the projects I had to pull everything apart, but basically there is a card making kit and a scrapbooking kit. And in this video, I'm going to also show you some new tools by Spellbinders. There's a guillotine trimmer, thumbs up, and some other punches. Now I want to show you what's in this beautiful collection. Look at this color palette. Look how pretty this is. This is a 6x6 paper pad, and you're going to get 40 sheets, 2 each of 20 designs. Both the 6x6 paper pad and the 12x12 collection pack are available individually as well, or you can do the kit. So this is the card making kit, which will include the 6x6 paper pad, and these sheets are single-sided. So you can get 2 pages of every single design. You don't have to lose what's on the back. I love when they do that. Also in the card making kit, there are puffy stickers. You get smile, loved, celebrate. You get these little sentiments like bloom and grow, special to me, and all sorts of goodies. There's also buttons. These are stickers as well. So these are not brads. You're going to get 12 of them. With these buttons, you're also getting images in here that are perfect for summer, but also perfect for cruising, nautical, boating, that type of theme as well. Really, really pretty. Then also in this card making kit, there's a chipboard embellishments. Look at all of this, sentiments, little picture frames. You flip it over, even more goodies. This is really, really sweet. I love things like this and this and this. So this is the card making kit. Everything bundled here, one price, okay? If you got this card making kit, but you still want another paper pad, you can buy this individually. Love that. Alrighty, now we're going to go on to the scrapbooking kit. This is the scrapbooking kit. You're going to get 20 sheets, single-sided again. And look at this. Here are all the designs. You're getting the florals. You're getting all sorts of pretty. Let me give you a little sampling real quick. I love this blue one here, but you're also getting like polka dots. Look at that. That's like a vase. Graphics. So there's like navy, blue, this sort of a shrimp salmon color. Look at that. So pretty with the dots. Lots of fun with this paper pack. And you can get another 12x12 pack if you want to have 2 each. Let's say you're making a mini album. You would need 2 sheets for a cover, unless it's a small mini album. Look at that too. Love the color palette. Foil. And then these are the ones that I use for my scrapbook layout. I'm enjoying my little 12 by 12 scrapbook page. Included in this scrapbooking kit, there's also dimensional embellishments. This is a sticker with a dragonfly. So you're getting like 7 dragonflies. Isn't this cute? There's also the cardstock sticker sheet. And look at all these sentiments. You can just tear and stick. This would be great for like a travel journal. What do they call that little book? Is it a travel diary? I can't remember. This makes for nice summer projects. I really love the palette too. And finally, in the scrapbooking kit, there is the die cut cardstock sentiments. There's a lot in here. I pulled it out and put it in a bag here because once you take off the packaging, all these bits go. So this is 172 pieces of sentiments, labels, tags, all sorts of cuteness, okay? And then crafters, sold by itself. This is optional, but this is so worth it. This is the die cut ephemera pieces, 136. So there you'll get like swimsuit, the flowers, all what you would use to layer up, decorate, and build. Let me show you in my craft stacks, because this is something that when I'm using both sentiments and die cuts, I'll put them together and I'll just pick through what I'm going to use. I love craft stacks. This is the craft and storage tray. You get the base tray and then you also get a top. So I love to do it like this. Have all my bits in here, and then when I'm working, I pull out what I'm going to use over here. See the nautical theme too? Like your beach vacation, summer vacation, lobster roll. And I love with both the sentiments and the die cuts, you're getting 2 each. So you'll have 2 of this, 2 of everything you're seeing. So I just pull out things like this because I can't work with so many pieces. There are little pieces, big pieces, everything that a crafter would need to have fun and just craft away. So you could make a whole mini album with this. And then when I'm ready, I just dump it like this or put it in and cover it up until I'm ready to finish up my projects. Also in Bayfair, this is exciting. So in the previous collection with the Bellevue, there was the kaleidoscope peacock. You guys know I love the peacock. I talk about this peacock die set all the time. I'll link it below. I'm going to list and link everything below. This one has to be in there. So this is with the Timeless collection, and this is the peacock from the Bellevue collection. Now from Rosie's studio, there is this set of dies. So there are more dies than before. Normally it's only 1 die. Oh goodness, what was the other collection called? The first one. I can't remember the first collection, but the first collection was the Chow die set. I'm putting the name of the collection here. It's right there in my mind. I just can't get it. But here's the Chow die set and then Kaleidoscope Peacock. Both of them winners. Love. Now there's this set, and there are 3 sets of dies. And I'm going to answer a question that a crafter already asked me. So there is the floral spray die set. I mean, look at this. Wow. 2 large flowers. Then you get flowers in different shapes. You get smaller flowers. You get a nice sprig. You get different leaves, and they go left and right. You get the stems. Oh, all sorts of goodies to have fun and play. And it's deconstructed enough that you can really customize your floral arrangement. And also at the same time, it's easy enough to use that you can just go these 2 and you're done. You don't have to use everything in here, but if you do use everything, you'll have a nice floral arrangement with layers and textures and different shapes. Really, really pretty. Then there's a foundation die set, nested postage labels and tags. Your tag is here. Your stamp is here. The largest die with the postage edge is an A2. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch, 4 layers coming in, rectangles with the stitch detail. So you can use the outer piece alone, then you can layer on top. So they're matting layers as well. Then this is postage numbers. This is really fun too. Look at this pound and euro symbol. This, you can use it as textured, a little bar. And then 0 to 8. So the 6 will also be your 9. And I love the way that the 7 is written. This is actually how I write my 7. Number 7 with a little slash there. Yeah. So postage numbers. And the last thing that's available in the Bayfair collection is this. Now, this is very interesting. It wasn't sent to me, but I'm showing you Spellbinders cardstock, which is usually only available in 8.5 by 11 inch size. Now in the Bayfair collection, there is a 12 by 12 paper pack with the same Spellbinders cardstock. This is the first time Spellbinders has done their 100-pound essential cardstock in a 12 by 12 sizing in a paper pack together. This is the palette in that Bayfair 12 by 12 cardstock pack. So I'm showing it to you so you can get a feel for what the pack is. 20 sheets, 2 sheets of each color. Let's talk about those colors. Poppy Field, Fruit Punch, Persimmon, Sun-Kissed, Peridot, Rainforest, Teal Topaz, Island Blue, Cosmic Sky, and Lilac Blossom. So you're getting a nice rainbow array of colors in this. So you may already have some of these if you want to see it in person, but these essential cardstocks are now available 12 by 12 in that Bayfair paper pack. Why would you want something like that? If you want to scrapbook with a 12 by 12 sheet with this same color palette, which works back to Bayfair, this is also a good option at the 12 by 12 sizing for your electronic die cut machines if you are going to make projects and you want to have this same color palette. These will cut well in your electronic machines. I have not cut anything with my electronic die cutter in a million years, but I can still do something. And these cardstocks at 12 by 12 would be perfect if you want to do a big project, you want to have a nice big shape for your layouts. So that's exciting that there is the Bayfair 12 by 12 cardstock pack with an exciting array of summer brights. Love it. Okay, crafters, here's my first example featuring all 3 dies and the paper pack. The paper pack I use for this one will be the 6 by 6 paper pack. What you're seeing is a landscape and portrait card, both featuring the nested postage labels as the base using that A2. That's the largest size. You can choose to mat behind it, which I did with my cardstock base for this top folding card, or you could just leave it. It'll stand on its own too if you wanted to just go with the shape as your bottom, okay? This would be perfect too for an easel card. That inside matting layer is what you're seeing here in green. It's a peachy pinky color right here. That's that matting layer, okay? So this measures 3 3/4 by 5 for the matting layer. And I love the stitch detail. On this one, I'm using that inner piece with the little tag. There I did use one of the chipboard to cover up that little hole. I'm using that stamp one. And then this piece cuts that out. If you layer these two together and run it through, you'll get this little window, cut another one, and that's how I pieced in Spellbinders alabaster cardstock with white cardstock. And this is Spellbinders mahogany. Gosh, I haven't used mahogany in so long. And then I put 7 cents. So I'm using postage numbers as well. And then, of course, on both of them, the florals. This one has both the printed die cut, the sentiment die cut, I use that banner strip. And then here are the flowers from in here, the floral spray. So this one I'm using Cosmic Sky, that blue with the Sun-Kissed. These 2 colors are in that palette from the 12 by 12 cardstock. In the centers of my die cut, just to add a little oomph to it, I did put some gems in the center of the flowers and then some gems here. And I did stick this in here, one of the little stickers right here, the cardstock sticker, just having fun and play. And crafters, I wanted to mention one more thing with this card. You see how I have the card base, then the tag, and then this printed die cut? That looks quite solid. I'm actually using, just for a little bit of height, plus also to level things off, because this is double matted. This is here, but I wanted this to stay smooth. I'm using Spellbinders 1mm foam. In this pack, you're going to get the big square or the little small squares. In here, I have like big squares and some small squares. But you see how thin it is? When you lay it out like this, see how it's like nice and stable? Left a little space just to tuck this and tuck this in. But it is raised up off of here without too much height. The higher you raise a printed die cut like this, the easier it is for it to rip. So by having just minimal height, it's stable, but it's still low. But at the same time, in person, popped up. This is popped up a little bit higher. That will be 2mm foam, which is their standard foam squares, okay? And all these are available in black and white too. Love that. If I had a black card base, then you could use the black foam. So I'll put a link for their foam squares. I just wanted to show you that I did pop this up. Alrighty, crafters, moving on. And then on this one, I'm using the big and middle flower, layered it up. That center is here. I'm using onyx gems here, and this is silver mixed gems. All of this is the Bayfair Collection. This one, I'm bringing in 2 other items with it. This is the curved everyday sentiment. Love this. And right here, I have happy retirement. There are 2 plates in here with a lot of sentiments, 14 sentiments. There is birthday wishes, just because from me to you, sending prayers. There is welcome baby, get well soon, all sorts of nice sentiments in here. Glimmer once, die cut once. This is one of those sets that you maximize your sheet of cardstock. I can get 6 sets out of this, so you know I have a lot of these done. This is on hammermill cardstock with black opaque hot foil roll and also woven lattice texture. This is from the new Spotlight Frames and Florals collection. That's by Lisa Horton. And this is Rosie Studio. Both of them from the UK. Thumbs up. I ran this with Spellbinders Fern cardstock, the darker green, and just cut some bits here. Didn't do the whole thing. Trellis, I guess, with the flowers. But then I have the postage edge here twice. And then both have that matting layer too. And this is popped up over here on the edge. This is popped up with that. Love the flowers and the colors, right? This was all inspired by that. This actually is Spellbinders Glacier cardstock, back in stock. Ink blended in the centers. I was having fun. And then here I just put one of the other little flowers too. And my third example will be my scrapbook page, but I'll talk about that last. All right, so there is the nested postage labels. This is postage edge rectangles. There is a difference between them. And you are already asked me the question, and I was like, oh yeah, there's a difference. This is bigger. This is smaller. It will look like there are more of that postage edge here as opposed to here. If you already have this, do you need this? I'll say one thing and then you'll know if you really do need it. Do you want this postage edge to be at an A2, 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch? What you see here. If the answer is yes, then you do want to add this set, even if you already have this one. This one goes on sale a lot now, so having both of them, I'm going to tell you right now, thumbs up, you might as well. Both of these are giving you that same 2-for-1 as well. The 2-for-1 is that second layer. The second layer here in postage edge rectangles will be your A2 with the dot detail. So this is what they both look like in the largest size. In postage edge rectangles, which was just on sale, super steal, pre-summer sale. This is at 4 3/4 inch. So this one is your A2 at that sizing. This is your A2 right here. If I put both together, you can also do this. So this is fun. You can work with these two together because you see how with the dot detail at the A2, this fits right there. You don't have to have this layering piece in here. You could just layer this on top of that and go further. I like this because it does have the A2, it does have a tag and that postage, and I love this. I am used to working with her. I think she is fabulous. When she's on super sale, it's like, this is a given anyway. I've used it a million times. This just enhances it because now we're at a full A2. So before, if you felt like, well, my A2 always stopped here, now you can have it here. Something to think about, decide. Now let me show you my 12 by 12 layout. I'm getting into scrapbooking. All right, crafters, here is my 12 by 12 layout using the scrapbooking kit. This is on a sheet of basil white cardstock. If I did get the 12 by 12 paper, would I have used it? Yeah, I would have used it for my example. Then I just cut out a piece here from that 12 by 12 paper pack. This strip right here is from in here. One of the strips, this piece, is what you saw here. So you see how I have 2 of them? I love that. I love that you don't just use one and you're done and you have to go buy another pack. It's like you get this and you have a lot to just play with, come back to it 2 months from now. You're like, oh, I can still continue. There's more of it. And then here I layered up the flowers. These are 3 separate things. The vase, this single flower, and that flower. Here's a photograph of me and some flowers. I love to take pictures of flowers like this. It's my thing. And then I use the pattern paper here. This is coming out to 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then I did a little matting layer, and then I cropped this down a little bit. So I did a little white layer because the photograph has a lot of color going on, and to go straight into this, it's kind of jarring. So I did a little bit of the white matting just to break it up. Here's a little tag out of that same die cuts. Here's a sentiment. And then here's another printed die cut. Here's one of those little label tags that says cherished. I think that's fun. I'm liking this blue white colorway. I think it's very clean too. If I could have found some black and white photographs, I would have put that in here. That would have been gorgeous. If you have black and white photographs, or print your scrapbooking pictures in both color and black and white, I think black and white here would have been like home run too. That would have been really pretty, but I just couldn't find any. So I decided to go with flowers instead, seeing that I have all of this flower goodie. And yes, it's almost like a swag. So that's my 12 by 12 layout. New tools at Spellbinders. 2 punches, 3-in-1 tag punch, and this one is called the 3-in-1 banner punch. What makes it the 3-in-1? You can choose to cut your cardstock 1.5 inch, 2 inch, or 2.5, and then you slide it in here and just punch it through. Again, it's the same 1.5 to 2.5 inch, okay? So you can make that banner design, or you can do that tag design, which also punches out the little hole. Isn't that nice? And you can see the strong steel construction. I'll have an example coming with that, the Spellbinders guillotine. So now you know that there is the Spellbinders trimmer, which I always say comes out to 17.25 inches. And it slides back in and locks in place. When you put this down, this locks too, and it has a blade for cutting and a scoring. This is your 12 by 12, okay? Trimmer. This one you can use to trim photographs. If you love using a trimmer like this to make your cards. Me personally, because I come from scrapbooking and mini album making, I always go with the big 12 by 12. Sometimes if I'm at my desk, just like using the Platinum Scout machine, I'll go this small one too. Sometimes I need a little quick cut. So this one is 8 3/4 inch. Let me get a sheet of paper. Here's a sheet of that lilac blossom. So right here at this line, that's 8.5. So you slide it in, hold this down, and cut. Nice, crisp cut. Oh, and the edges are smooth. Love that. Your numbers are up here. You're going from 1 to 6. I would say around here is like 6 1/4. Same thing at the bottom, so you can look at it both ways. So if you cover the numbers up here, you can see them down here. You see what I mean? Here I know 5 inches, 4 inches, because if I cover it up here, I can't see, but down here I can see. So that's nice. What's also another nice feature about this trimmer, while I was using it, I discovered it. There's a little nub here to be able to travel with this, not have this opening and going all over the place. It does feature this little bit, which you just go like this and locked. I love that. So with this, you can now take it to the crop. It's not going to fly. See, no flying. So I like that it closes like that, so you won't get caught pulling it out or anything. This is great for traveling, your summer traveling. If you do get this guillotine, you won't see it. But isn't it pretty though? Let's talk about this for a second. Isn't this pretty? I love this colorway. Look at this. I think these tools are so pretty. But if you do get this, just like this one, both of them, you'll see it, but then you're not sure. It'll look like, oh, it looks funny. It's not funny. Both of them have plastic on them. You just rub your finger like this and then you peel it off, okay? I know you're looking at it here because I already peeled off the plastic. Just know this comes with plastic on the bed, and so does this one. Alrighty, crafters, that's it for Spellbinders' new tools. This awesome, beautiful Bayfair collection. I just can't get enough of it. I talked about the nested postage label. The only other thing I want to tell you about, Vivant has some new colors. There is some new trims, and then in this, which is the Cotton Lurex Twist, I got the black and this red. So there's some new colors in the Vivant too. So I will put a link for Vivant so you can take a look. Vivant is luxury, ribbon, twine, and cord. Look how pretty this is. But I just wanted to show you, if you love Vivant, there is more Vivant available. Yay. Alrighty, crafters, everything will be detailed and linked below. Thanks so much for watching. If you're loving this collection, there's just lots of goodies. There's a die set, new 12 by 12 cardstock paper pack, awesome papers, just perfect for scrapbooking, perfect for your summer crafting that's coming up. So have fun with this one. Loving Bayfair. Again, great job, Rosie Studio. Until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye.